I'm going on a science retrieval mission to our space station, and we're gonna get to see what type of new science experiments we can do. What up, guys, and welcome back to the Leviathan Gaming channel. As you might see, there are a few new scientific, research and development areas I can actually work with. I did add some more mods, which got very complicated very quickly, but we are going to actually be researching the scanning tech tree here very quickly. The reason why I do have so much science is because I did transmit back some of the science from Minmus. There is still a lot of science to do there, but we have received well, more than enough actual pieces of scientific data to research some more stuff. So we do have some more scientific equipment that we did just unlock here, and now we are going to be flying back into the vehicle assembly building because space station in orbit. And in order for us to do that, we are going to have to make a new rocket and a new main module, which is going to give us the ability to actually transmit science back, since I did forget to add, yeah, I didn't put antennas on it. That one's on me. So, yeah, we're getting back into it here. So, I am going to be using one of the new modules. It is a station core, which is not entirely going to be the core of our station, by definition, but it is going to work wonders for us. Cargo base, storage module. There's so much new stuff. Oh my gosh. Oh boy, okay. Antenna beam power laser, diode beamed power laser. This laser turret is a high power beamed power transmitter with an integrated efficient diode laser array generator. Although its wall to beam conversion is diode efficient. What? Its aperture is rather low, limiting the range in infrared. However, it is one of the few transmitters capable of transmitting in soft X-rays after they are unlocked. The diode laser array transmission wavelength can only be configured in the vehicle assembly building. Oh my gosh. That was a giant space cannon? What's going on here? A transmitter with the crap? Okay. Fair, I guess. It's quite the interesting monster. Wavelength, long infrared, short infrared, near infrared, far infrared. Interesting. Okay, yeah, we're not getting into that. Not yet. Oh gosh, okay. So what we're gonna do is we're actually gonna set this up for our mission to our space station. It's gonna be relatively simple, and we are going to be able to transmit. It's about 200 science that is currently on the space station we do need to bring back. So we are gonna be adding some RCS thrusters here, giving us the ability to control this module for docking. We are going to be once again using our clampetrons, actually in this case on both sides of the module, and this is also what is going to connect to the main rocket assembly. More or less, this is what we are sending up. Now, I am going to send up the Communitron 16s back on here so that we can actually transmit the science back, and I'm going to add a new scientific module. Since we do have so many new modules to use, I am going to have to do a couple things here. So, observer. This science part is able to perform EVA reports without the need for a Kerbal. Wow! Featuring an artificial intelligence program to act like Kerbal, messages often include witty comments about the places being reported on that our scientists say add to their authenticity. Okay. Huh. Also has light for nighttime operations. I like that. Hydroponics module. That thing's huge. Okay, we have a lot of science to do, my friends. Okay. Gas, liquid. Oh, okay. Gas chromatograph mass spectrometer is a device that separates vapor components chemically via a gas chromatograph and then feeds the results into a mass spectrometer, which measures the molecular weight of each chemical. As a result, it can separate, identify, and quantify a large number of different chemicals. It can be used to analyze the constituents of planetary atmospheres. Fancy. I'm assuming the same thing. It can be used to analyze the constituents of planetary oceans. The same thing for the liquid chromatograph mass spectrometer. Gosh, that's a mouthful. Okay, so, atmospheric fluid spectrovariometer. So, I have a feeling for a telescope. Wow, got so much stuff on here. I'm gonna have to do a lot of things here. Surface scanning module. We're gonna add a few of these on here. Survey, okay, interesting. Gonna have to set up a module with that. Gonna put one of these on here. We're gonna set this onto the launch pad because we have so much science to do. Gonna do the atmospheric scanner. Dual technique magnometer. A device used to measure the magnetic fields of the planet it is placed in orbit of. It is capable of detecting the abundance of useful antimatter particles in the atmosphere. Wow, I really do like the sound of that too. Okay, we're gonna have to add some more storage here. Okay, we're gonna have to do some science here really quick. First, we are going to add a new service bay module, which should give us some more room to work with. So payload. We also do have cargo containers. I'm not sure if we do need those to keep Kerbals alive. I haven't seen any necessity of that yet. Oh, that doesn't necessarily mean that's not the case at the moment, so we are going to have to work with that pretty shortly. If I can scale this up, oh, wow. I did add scaling on, didn't I? Okay, 1.25. We're gonna keep it as that right now. And we might actually scale this whole thing up in the future. Okay. Okay, perfect. Okay, yeah. Okay, so what we are going to do is we're actually going to put the module on the other side here, the service bay on the other side. The reason being is I do not want it to be kind of intruded upon by our decoupling and couplers. It'd be kind of obnoxious. So what we can do here, we are going to add a stack decoupler on the... we don't really need to do that, do we? Okay, this is its own self-contained module, so we're going to let this be as it is. We are going to add the stack decoupler on the bottom here. This guy, beautiful. That's going to decouple when we need to do so. Let's actually put all of these experiments inside the module itself. This will make things a lot easier for ourselves. Okay. Go, place this on the wall. Eef. Okay. These are kind of getting inside each other. It'll be quite the interesting creation I'm making here. That is for sure. Okay, good enough. I'm not going to worry about it too much. We're going to keep that in there. Scale this up one. Okay, that is quite frankly a lot better. I do like that a lot more. Okay. It's going to be a weird ratio. It's going to look a little bit odd in the way that it is. But this will also let us scale up the RCS component of this. And the module will just be a little bit on the smaller side, but that is a-okay. We don't really need to worry about that. Mounts. Okay, you can change the color of those, I guess. Something. Can leave it like that. That's fine. Plenty more RCS. Beautiful. Okay, so this is a very good module to send to the space station. My only concern with it is I do have the ability to use the magnetometer, which I do want to add on here, but I don't know where I can place it. I guess I could just put it on the side, right? So what happens, is there a deploy function to this, or is it just function? Let me see. Fair enough, I guess it just functions. So I'm going to put some batteries in here. We do not want to run out of battery power. I will also add probably a couple solar panels on here, depending on what we have. No, we don't really need to deal with solar panels, do we? Not really. Okay, let's do this. Let's add a few inline batteries just to keep the actual power component basic and simple. This has 1,000 each. That will definitely get us there, no problem. This is not going to be a hugely long mission, so we don't have to worry about too much. Once it docks, it'll get solar energy from the actual station itself. Now, a couple more things about this. We did add quite a few. For example, this, it is an inflatable habitation unit, and you can actually rotate. It does add gravity to the station, which I do think is super cool, and then you can actually deflate it, which will... There we go. Which will keep it on a smaller size for transport, which I think I do want to send one of these up. You have to have some sort of habitation module, right? I believe so. So, this is more or less the finished, it's still spinning, huh? Inflate. Okay, it's still spinning. Can I slow down? Okay, I guess not. Weird. Fine. It is what it is. We're gonna deflate it. It's just gonna be spinning there. Okay. There's also... Oh, there we go. Stop spinning. There are also other styles of habitation modules that have been included with this, which I think I might actually bring up as well. Although I kind of want... It has these 6. Service airlock. So many cool things. Capacity 3, 3... I don't know. I kind of just like the idea of having habitation modules. I know that's not necessarily something we have to do. I'm definitely not adding that. That's ridiculous. It's huge. Okay. I know it's definitely not something we really have to do, but I really like the way they look, and we can still add an additional docking port to the station itself. Although I do have to be careful on how I end up doing these. If the habitation modules are not added properly, we can accidentally kind of make it more difficult for us to run this station in the future, which I do not like. So we are going to add these on here properly. Let's get a docking port junior, something smaller. Perfect. Habitation module, beautiful. Let's make sure this does not interact. Beautiful. Okay, deflate. Perfect, and we will add here. Let's get another docking port on this side. Perfect. And we can actually do this. Make sure it is uniform. Perfect. Do I want to have 2? It's more of an aesthetic thing, so why not? Yeah, let's do it. Sure. Okay, so payload, we are going to add a large diameter payload fairing here. This is going to look kind of ridiculous, but this will, there we go, make sure it is aerodynamic on the way up. Kind of absurd looking, and we are going to detach this for 1 second. Add another intake, no, structural attachment point. Gosh, there's so much stuff now. This is a lot to go through. So docking port, yep, beautiful. Do not want to lose that in the future. We are going to be doing this. Going to be adding a fuel tank. Beautiful. Okay, so docking point is not necessary there. Fuel tank, we are going to be adding an engine. Okay, this is going to be the habitation section. Once this is docked, it does have a few scientific modules added, but this will be an endpoint for this section of the station. So we can just leave it as is. So yeah, let's add a mainsail engine. Beautiful. And then does that function still? No, so we are going to delete fairing. We are going to build fairing here. Beautiful. Get it nice and around all the habitation modules. What cross-section it's having an issue with? There we go. Beautiful. That's quite the payload, to say the absolute least. Oh my gosh. Okay. Do this here. Decoupler. We do not want that stuck on there. That would break it. Beautiful. Beautiful. I like that. I like that quite a bit, actually. It's quite the nice looking module. Perfect. Okay, so now that we have that going, let's get rid of this. Let's make the actual rocket underneath to send this entire thing up. I'm gonna look at crew here. So, theoretically, when these inflate, they will hold storage for crew, which will be up in orbit, so the actual commanders and everyone can move around the ship, no issue. Okay, and we are also going to add a couple more RCS components on this lower section. We want to have full control of this station once it gets into orbit. Perfect. Okay, and then staging, there. We do not need that stack decoupler anymore. This entire section will maintain here. Just gonna get rid of there. Okay, that's good. That is good. Okay, beautiful. I like that. Alright, now, let's add the... gonna do this. Cancel. Let's name this, Station Habitation Module. Beautiful. We are going to save that, Station Habitation Module, and then we are going to actually merge locked or invalid parts. I don't know why that happened. Let's see, the heavy lift rocket. Okay. Heavy lift rocket. Yes. Okay, we can keep this here. Let's merge these two. Cannot merge these two. It needs to be different. Okay, heavy lift rocket. Yeah, let's merge this. We are going to attach that there, and this should give us enough delta V, hopefully, to get all the way to orbit and connect the actual station module to the orbiting station. So let's move this up, double check everything is correct. Beautiful. We might need the heavier lift rocket, quite frankly. That's going to make things a little bit difficult, isn't it? Okay, difficult. Okay. Okay, let's try this. Okay, we're just gonna save this as is. We are going to open the version with the lander. We are going to remove this upper section. Remove, we are going to rename this to Heavy lift rocket Mark II. Beautiful. Since this does not have any control units built into it, it is going to receive signal from the actual main module itself. Now, we are going to reroute the entire system to... Let me see, actually. I think it's already routed here. Yeah, it is. Okay, so that is fine. So, we are going to open this. We are going to go back to our... Keep going. Research station now. Station habitation module. We're going to open that, and then we are going to merge. This is where it's a little bit difficult. Heavy lift rocket Mark II. We are going to merge these two together, and then we are going to connect it there, and just like so, we can now get to the space station. Congratulations. Makes things a lot easier. Look at that. I like it. Beautiful. Okay. We are essentially ready to go. This is what I go through, like, every time I want to make a new rocket. It's such a task, let me tell you guys. Perfect. Cool, so, the new scientific experiments, we were talking about them. Some of the experiments are actually rather advanced. Again, detecting antimatter, detecting, theoretically, gravitons. There's so many crazy things out there that it gets rather difficult to explain all of it, honestly. Significantly more advanced science in those modules than I was expecting, personally. But hey, that's why I like this game. Okay, staging, we are going to check all of this before we head out. I do want to modify, let's make a new stage for that by itself. Okay, so this decouples that fires, and then separately, we need that to decouple and fire at the same time. This should be more than stable enough, but we are going to actually move this up here, just in case. We do not want to accidentally deploy that too soon and destroy the module itself. And just like that, we are ready. So, let us launch days because of all the mods I have in place. And we are going to check, yeah, the space station we are going to set as target, and it is about time to launch. So we are going to be ready for an orbital rendezvous. So, throttle up, and launch in 3, 2... Ooh. Yeah, 1, launch. Beautiful. Plenty of Delta V to work with. We should have no issues here, my friends. Big hizzle, big snizzle. Man, I'm excited. Oh boy. Okay, so there are plenty of scientific modules we have. This also does give us the antennas we need for the actual system itself. I do have an engineer on board. I believe we do need engineers to do the inflation process for the new habitation modules as well. So this will give us plenty of ability to get everything done we need to get done here. So I am angled at 30 degrees. We're going to maintain that for the moment until our engines burn out. We're going to throttle back here a little bit too quickly. Perfect. Go back even more. Gosh, we're blasting through the atmosphere. Okay, this is a rather effective rocket, I must say. And it looks like a little International Space Station. Oh, I love it. It's so adorable. Oh, man, okay. Well, guys, if you are enjoying this series, don't forget to like and subscribe. It does... Okay. We are A-okay. Okay, we are still good here. So we are going to deploy this fairing. We do not need any of that there, and we are going to need to make use of the extra RCS built into it. Perfect. Okay. Now, as I was saying, if you guys do like the videos, don't forget to like and subscribe. I do my best to make them entertaining for you. Obviously, that's the purpose of this whole thing. But they are going to get more complicated here in the future. That is for sure, especially with all these crazy new scientific equipments and pieces that we have going for us. It is going to get super crazy here. So let's do a circularization orbit. We are going to create and execute real quick. Have it do it here for us. And that is perfect. Just enough Delta V. I like it. There we go. Wow. Get this guy go. Nice and slow, my friends. Nice and slow. Turn on... Okay, so once we get to that circularized orbit, we are going to... I don't know if we should circularize now. Okay, I'm not going to circularize now, actually. We are going to... increase our apoapsis. Let's get ourselves up to more or less the correct distance here. So apoapsis... And since a lower orbit is going to be a faster orbit, we are going to use this to our advantage and get to a much closer location in reference to the actual current space station itself. So we are going to do this instead. SAS, maneuver node. We are going to time warp towards that maneuver node to get a better location for ourselves. And here, we are going to time warp a little bit longer. There we go. And full throttle, we are moving. Beautiful. Getting a little wobbly, guys. Oh boy. Go, if it stops wobbling. Let's turn off SAS. We're just gonna... I'm sorry, stop RCS. We're just gonna keep SAS on. Oh boy. Oh boy, this thing's real wobbly. Okay. SAS to the maneuver node. Wow, this thing gets really wobbly really fast. I guess it's too long. Hey, that's what she said. It's just gonna wobble itself apart. I do not like that. Okay, let's get this to be a little bit less wobbly here, if I even can. Woo. Okay, let's manually work with this here, because this is getting out of hand. Oof. Okay, SAS, set it to there. We are almost done with our burn, guys. I'm trying not to let this thing wobble out of control. This is crazy. Okay. Let's actually do a couple scientific experiments. I do like the idea that we have a bunch of new experiments. Gas, let's show spectrometer results here. Log temperature. Ooh, can't be done right now. That's fair. We don't have... I'm going to turn off RCS for the moment. We don't have an atmosphere. So, to be honest, that is totally fair. Okay. That is definitely an in-atmosphere project. That is for sure. Alright, so we do have a circularized orbit. What we are going to do is we are going to, at apoapsis, we are going to once again do another burn. And I am going to see how close we get, if we get there at all. Okay. Okay, if I were to raise my apoapsis, how close would I get? It's a bit far away. Let me see... Interesting. Interesting. Oh. Okay. Maneuver nodes. Go back to it, please. Please. This thing doesn't make any sense. I hate it. Okay. Go here. Add maneuver. Yes. Okay. Go. That gets there. Super close. Relatively speaking. Okay, that is more than good enough. We are going to have to change our velocity at this point. It's going to be kind of inconvenient to do, but that is a-okay. We will make it work. Maneuver node. Once we get there, we'll make things a lot easier. Turn on RCS again. We have more than enough delta V again. Not an issue in that case. Don't worry yourselves with that. So, let's see... Okay, beautiful. Okay, awesome. So, let's do a little bit of time warp. Once again, we are going to do this burn, and then after the second intersect, it will be ready to go. And I will match velocities with target. I'll also fine-tune approach to target, because I do want it to be a bit closer. Obviously, being 55 kilometers away, you can't really do much from that location, so it is not great. But, we have enough delta V to get the job done. It should be no issue here. Okay. And just like that, perfect. Turn off RCS. We are going to the second intersection. Okay, time warping. I love the ability to time warp. Let me tell you guys, it is such a huge thing for us. That is for sure. Okay, now... we are going to go into our maneuver planner. We are going to fine-tune closest approach to target down to about 50 meters. Perfect. Create and execute. Doesn't have to do much in the way of work, actually. Only 6.7 meter difference. Perfect. Meters a second difference, I should say. Wow, I really love this new module system. It's super cool. Okay. So, and let's actually scan for gamma rays. 22.5 science. Wow. Okay, that's cool. So, we are going to actually transmit that science. Every bit of science we can get definitely helps here. Too high. Surface scanning module. Oh, interesting. That is interesting, isn't it? Okay, we're going to deploy our our actual solar arrays here. We don't want to run into any issues. Okay. Spirit pressure. Okay, let's see how this ends up working. Can I do this? Run atmosphere analysis. Can't be done right now. Interesting. It's also fair. Okay, so 2 and or 3 of the modules I have on here I can't really run. However, this I should be able to do, which should give us a good amount of science. Again, this is a scientific mission. I've never actually used any of these modules before. It is a learning experience, much like anything else. Science is quite frankly a lot about learning. So just because we don't get science within KSP itself does not mean we haven't done science, as weird as that may sound. So we are going to do that. Beautiful. Close that. Let's see if we can... Ooh, I like that. Okay, so that we could definitely do. So, the magnetic field is much weaker at this altitude, and there's far more cosmic rays. Is this safe? Question mark. It's not really safe, to be perfectly honest, as it turns out in real life. But, it is something that we do, regardless of whether or not it's safe, to be perfectly fair with the situation. That's kind of how it works in real life, which is kind of a shame. It's not safe to be an astronaut, at all. At closest approach to target, correct, create, and execute. That is going to give us a perfect orbit. There we go. And just like so, it has been created, and it is ready to go. We are going to have the RCS on, make this a little bit faster to do the maneuver itself. Beautiful. Should have plenty of battery power. The solar panels are recharging our battery banks. Perfect. And once we dock, we will deploy the habitation modules and start our new scientific equipment, and then also transmit our data back to the space center. It is going to give us, in this case, this mission is going to yield about almost 300 science, which is quite substantial. That is more than enough to get another branch going in our scientific endeavor. In fact, we should be able to get the next level of scientific equipment. But we are going to, next video, very much so, very much so, have our new orbital satellites going up in atmosphere to different altitudes and get different readings, because we have so much science to do right now. It's overwhelming, actually. Definitely. But if you actually want to see the space station I'm headed to right now, which is actually that guy we are passing, or actually, not passing, but getting into asynchronous orbit with. Take a look in the previous video. We do have a couple videos up showing this station, how we did it, when we did it, and why we did it. There's a lot of things going on with it. So, we are going to fine-tune closest approach to target again. We are going to get it down to 20 meters. Create and execute one more time. Beautiful. Okay. You can see it kind of glistening over here. It's not the largest station yet. Go. And just like so, we are going to get super close to it. So, let's warp ahead a little bit, and we're going to get to watch it get closer and closer and closer. And in reference to target, we are only moving 1 meter a second, so I'm going to docking mode, and we can actually stop our movement once we get closer here. Okay, I have plenty of fuel left, plenty of electrical charge left. I am going to keep this module attached. This will give us more docking ports in the future, and we can always detach it whenever we need to. Stop, time warp, stop. Slow down our movement. And now, we can start our docking procedure. Look at that adorable little guy floating around there. So, where do I want to dock to this system? It's a lot of RCS thrusters, guys. Oh boy. Okay. We are going to start moving in towards the target. In fact, we are going to slow down our movement here really quick. Let's do, instead of this, we are going to actually rotate using SAS. Target prograde, I don't really have, so let me do normal. Normal should give us a better direction towards the target. Beautiful. In fact, it might be easier to dock this with this, to be honest here. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take control of our station here, and we are going to instead dock our current station to our new station. This is going to give us a much better option to work with here. So we are going to turn on stability assist. It is going to maintain this right here. We are going to jump into our other station, have it actually move and dock here, be a bit easier to work with. I'm kind of moving. Oh, let's jump back in here. And it is daytime. There we go, beautiful. Okay, these two next to each other, no. There we go. Fly, let's get on target, that is for sure. I mean, look how much I have to do for this, and this is a relatively simple task. But, if you guys don't have a good computer system and need to find... Oh, it's on SSLRCS. Need to find a way to upgrade your computer game, to say the least, then don't hesitate to look in the description below. I do have links to all the parts I use for my machine. It is going to give you the ability to produce a relatively high-quality computer that you can work with. Because right now... Nice. Because right now, a lot of parts are on sale, also trying to get rid of older stock for the new components. So if you take a look in the description below, you'll get to build your own super high-powered computer, all from scratch. Quite frankly, it's a super fun project. I highly recommend it if you've never done it before. Okay, so set as target, yes. Beautiful, beautiful. Let's get out of docking mode. Let's rotate around here. Perfect. Set as target. We can see the target we are looking at. Set to target. Perfect. Let's move in. Nice and easy. Nice and easy. Connect this habitation module system with our current space station. And we might have to... Okay, no, that's okay. That is a-okay. Nope, nope. Slow down, slow down. Okay, let's get it in line. Move in a little bit. Wow, this is rather impressive. I like the way this works. Wow. And these solar panels will have no issue. They will slide between each other without any problems. Beautiful. Slow down. We do not want to run into it. Ooh. Okay, we need to raise the rear. It is trying its hardest. Oh my gosh, is it trying? Is it trying? It's doing something weird. Okay. There we go. Beautiful. Beautiful. RCS is off. We have two fully functioning modules placed together here. I love this. This is an amazingly beautiful structure. So we're going to inflate this. We're also going to inflate the two side-mounted habitation modules. We have more than enough everything on board this monster. Wow. And just like so, let's see, right? So we have the actual scientific equipment here. This... Wow. Look at that. Interesting. Okay, 235. Wow, okay. That is good. That is good. It's got some more scientific data on board. We do have the 205 science plus the ones we've actually already transmitted. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to move the transfer crew. We're going to move them out of the main station core, which is the new station core. And we are going to actually have them into the habitation modules, which I think is going to be super cool. And then we're going to start spinning it up here. I'm excited. Start rotation. Look at that adorable little guy. Oh, man. Okay, transfer crew. Get some scientific experiments going on there, too. I love it. Transfer crew. Awesome. And then crew report. I guess they just get to live up there. It's more of an aesthetic thing than anything. I agree, you know. But, wow, that's super cool. I love it. I love this new station we have going on. Okay, so, no atmospheric analysis, unfortunately. Too high to do... to do any scanning of that. That is okay. We can always change... The scan for gamma rays, 140. Oh, yeah, perfect. And we can always change the actual orbital height. We have plenty of physical fuel storage here, which is going to give us the actual ability to change the orbital height. So if we need to do that in the future, we definitely can. No issue. Because we do have some science on here that we haven't been able to do yet, because it's not in the right altitude or whatnot. So this is awesome. This is a beautiful station we have going on here. Wow. Well, guys, just like that, I am going to transmit science. There we go. We are going to head back into the vehicle assembly building, back to the Space Center, actually, and go into the research and development area. And that is going to give us the ability... Wow, well, that's adorable. Wow, this is super cool. Higgs boson bridge. Theoretically, possibly a wormhole they're trying to research. It's interesting. excited. It must be so sickening in here. Oh god, that'd be disgusting. It's too small. Oh boy. Yeah, I'm happy for them. I'm happy they're doing their thing. So we are transmitting all 205 point something science back. I love this. This is amazing. And we have all those nice substantial battery packs that are going to be fully charged here again, which I think is wonderful. And how much electricity does this take up? On. View report. Fair. Stop rotation. Let's see if that decreases the amount of electrical charge used. Kind of does, but only vaguely. That's fair. I think I need more solar panels for all this stuff. That's okay. We'll take care of that in the future. I do have some extra large solar panels that we are going to be able to research and develop here, so we will have no issue with that in the near future. Okay, so let's jump back down. We did get our delightful science back. So, we are headed back down. We're gonna wait. Perfect. Okay, research and development. So, what should we do today? I still do need some more research, advanced research, specialized science tech. Diode laser array, beam producer, free electron laser. Oh, that's cool. Okay, laser beam transmitter, mobile processing lab, advanced mobile processing lab. Initial tests have demonstrated some notable shortfalls, most notably a very small data storage capacity. JDI has increased the data storage and added even more tools into the cramped space. As a result, processing is slower than a standard science lab, but yields greater returns than its predecessor. Ugh. Slower, but better. Oh boy. Okay, and then Science Laboratory. The Science Laboratory, a location for Kerbals to contemplate novel and innovative approaches to blowing things up. Okay. Comes with large drives to store and the large experiment data. Okay, that's super helpful. A sampler, separator. Wow, these are all stupidly helpful. Okay. ISRU converter, ISRU electrolyzer. Ooh. RU processor. Oh my gosh, there's so much stuff. Okay, we're gonna have to forego the nuclear propulsion, which I was gonna do this time around, but it looks like we might have to do a couple other things first. There's so much science. And I would love to get the field science, because the external command seat allows me to make a rover, which I would really love to do, but that might also have to wait. This is difficult. Okay. This, which are a lot of laser-related things. Gosh, guys, this is a difficult choice. Large probes. Computer core, argon tanks. Advanced off-world mining. Oh, wow. Gosh, this is what I imagined Kerbal Space Program 2 was gonna, like, start with. Like, all these crazy things you could do. Okay, so I think I might have to... Alternatively, the electronics are stupidly helpful, too. Okay, this is a difficult one. Oh, that. Gigantor XL Solar Array. Wow, you guys are seeing this for, like, the first time, like, the same way I am. Okay, there's so much crazy stuff in here. Wow, universal drills. Okay, we're gonna have to do some more science. I think science is the way for us to go here. Okay, so advanced science tech does give us a lot more stuff, but the specialized science tech does give us 2 more research laboratories. Wow, okay. 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 Long-term science tech, transceiver. I do need a better... Wow, this is really difficult. Propulsion. I am going to need new propulsion, which is the other main issue. I'd love to get very heavy rocketry. Performance fuel system, specialized fuel storage, exotic fuel storage. Oh wow, antimatter collector. Okay. Huh. Fair. So Earth would have high antimatter, exotic nuclear propulsion. Oh, wow. Difficult. Okay, no problem. We are going to do our advanced science tech. This is going to give us massive boosts in the actual science that we can collect really quick. Well, just like that, guys, I just upgraded our scientific endeavor, to say the least, and I will see you tomorrow at 6 p.m. for our next video, and don't forget to check out our last video. See you guys. Bye.